Welcome guys, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to rank the so far One Piece Elbaf arc chapters, and it is currently up to 1156. This is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video, I don't know. I mean, we're here. And before we start, I have to say that I've been really enjoying Elbaf so far, so a lot of these are probably going to get a higher rank, and I'm not going to do the thing where I only have like 5 in the S ranks, because personally it's kind of a pet peeve of mine when people do that, because I it's not like if you want to have 10 in S, have 10 in S, you know what I mean? That's why it's there. But we shall start on I have another monitor right beside me, and I have the list of the chapters here. So that we have 1126. The title is Taking Responsibility, and of course you can see Nami there. And that's where that's the first Elbaf chapter technically. And but it doesn't really start off in Elbaf. We start with the Strats and the Giants partying. We get this beautiful moment with Bonnie and Kuma seeing the horizon, right? But we also get a scene with Bartolomeo and Shanks, and of course the infamous moment where Yasub blows up the ship, the Luffy go, right? And then we also have a scene where we see the Blackbeard pirates, and Blackbeard's finally come back and is kind of scolding the other pirates for letting Kobe escape. And we see a pretty cool double page spread of all of them together, except for Katarina Devon and Van Augur. They also talk about Pudding, who they obviously have captured, which we see when he fights Law. We also and also Lafitte isn't there either, and we get this exposition about the Holy Land and what's happening right there with the food shortage and all that. And then Katarina Devon and Van Augur, we actually see them and they get picked up, and Caribou is with them. And then is this moment where we see this right here. The chapter I think is good. I remember when it came out, there was a lot of conversation about like specifically the last page because of the Lego inspiration, right? And as we all know, that did have some merit. So I am probably going to rank this chapter in a B. I think it is pretty good. It's nothing truly special, I would say, but I think it does its job. And it also creates this mystery and engages us with the arc right from the beginning. Okay, I think that's a pretty good baseline. I also have to say that I might change things later, maybe not. And also, if there's something you guys don't agree with, then comment down below. I would love reading that, because maybe I put one of these in S and you guys maybe have it at D for some reason. I don't know, or vice versa. Okay, so the next one is 1127. You see Luffy right there. The title is Adventure in the Land of Mystery. And I'm going to be using TCB stuff. We start off and there's like a fire that's going on, and we're in this Legoland. And we first meet Nami, of course, which you see in the last chapter. And she eventually meets Usopp as well, who's being bitten by a big animal. Not a lot happens. You get this really funny moment where Usopp is like, oh, it might be fake, and then he gets hit by the cat. It reminds me a lot of pre-time skip, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. The cat also transforms. We haven't really gotten an explanation to that, now I'm thinking about it. Because they say like, oh, how is that possible? I have no idea. And then we get this Alabasta callback where it's Sanji, Luffy, and Zoro, and then do like a combined attack, reminiscing of Alabasta, where they do the exact same thing to one of the salamanders, I'm pretty sure. And they save Nami and Usopp. And then the last chapter, or the last page, double page spread, we get all of their outfits. And then we have the original 5. I'm probably going to put this probably I mean, Probably B. I'll probably put it under this, but I'll put it in B. Yeah. Okay, okay. I might change things later as well, of course. And we have the next chapter, which is 1128. It has this really cool color spread as well. Kind of like Harry Potter. I mean, start with Sanji and Nami. Yeah. The title is RPG, of course, reminiscing of RPG games, and we get a pretty cool double page spread where they talk about how everything is kind of blocky and it's Legos, right? We meet this dude, we talk to him, Luffy runs off. There's a lot of cool character interactions here, which is what I love about these first 3 chapters. Luffy runs into the mirror, right? And he breaks it, and then we finally see Chopper. And then they start fighting these animals, actually. Luffy even uses Gear 5. And then we do see this mysterious giant who has like a skull on him and all that, right? We obviously know who that is, but they start fighting the animals and he starts going crazy. It's probably I want to put it at C. It's not bad though, like definitely not D. It's not bad, like none of these are bad in my opinion. Like I didn't have a bad time reading these. You know what I mean? But I'll put it at C for now. Might move it up to B. But I have to obviously scale them relative to all the other chapters as well. So that's gonna be difficult. Also, I might do this again when Elbaf is done, maybe. Because I feel like we're in the middle of Elbaf right now. Because Oda has done this in Wano where he did the Odin flashback. And it's kind of like in the middle. Same with the Kuma flashback, it's like in the middle of the arc. Man, I really hope we get some more Usopp stuff, but we have the next one, which is 1129, the last chapter of the Lego piece stuff. The title is Living Dolls, and we get this actually really cool monologue from this giant, this mysterious giant, about how all this is taking place in his little place, his little garden, right? And that these living characters and how, you know, he's basically talking about stories. It's a story about stories is basically what he's saying. We see how the other Straw Hats ate like a big ass cat, or like no, a rabbit actually. He starts laughing and he says this world is a marvel. And then we get this monologue. We get this cool shot of Usopp using his skull bomb grass, and he actually tries to break the castle, and it doesn't work. And Luffy says that, Usopp, you should have been able to do that. So I hope that's setting up some stuff for Usopp. Also the sword in Yorul as well, but that's later. And then we get the first time Luffy has ever used a combination of his base form and his Gear 4, where he only does his arm as Gear 4. So I guess it just saves stamina or something like that. We also see how Road picked him up with his Raven. He changed their clothes, and we get this really cool attack from Nami as well. Nami's gotten a lot of screen time in Elbaf, I gotta say, and I really like that. She hits him, and then we get the Kong gun. I'll probably put it there. You know, I might move this up, but I in general I like this. Like if we get some payoff to the Usopp stuff, for example, I might, in retrospect, move that up. You know. And then we have the next one, which is 1130. I mean, you can already see by the picture. Also, thank you to whoever made this. I'm not exactly sure how you. This guy. Thank you to this guy, because he made this. These are also fan arts, I'm pretty sure. I've seen a lot of these artists before, but either way. we have 11:30, which is the title is the Accursed Prince, and we all know what that is. But at the start, they told me actually start off with the other side of the crew, which basically are the Grand Line / New World crew, except for Chopper. And they've been apparently searching for the Strats, but to no avail. And they're like, nah, it'll be fine. They'll make it out, right? And then we move over back to Luffy's group. And for the first time we see Gerd and Goldberg. And Luffy tries to talk to them and Nami's like, don't do that, right? But they notice something but they don't really go after them. We get this really cool shot of them on like the hanging bridge. Luffy's like standing on top of it because they're so small, they're humans, right? In a giant environment. And Luffy's like, oh, you feel that? I got goosebumps. Because Zoro asks him what's wrong. Luffy jumps down. And we actually cut away. And we get like the aftermath of the Egghead incident. Of Dory and Broggy getting their massive 1.8 bounties. Each, by the way. People don't talk about that enough, man. Like, if we're ranking power off of bounties, that's pretty powerful, man. You gotta admit, right? Of course, it's not just that. Also, a lot of it is about inflation, right? Which Robin talks about. And we also get this scene where we see Luffy and he has this X on his arm. And as we all know, that's a callback to Alabasta, where they raise their arms with the X for Vivi. And they don't know who it is, but Robin kind of got this suspicion on who it is. Because she obviously joined right after, like literally right after. And then we get this really cool scene leading up to the reveal of Loki and this insane double page spread, actually two. This double page spread of Loki and Luffy are talking to each other. And then we get another one where we see all of Elbaf. And Loki's like, oh, I'm the sun god. I think A, I'm be honest. Like, that gotta be A, right? I mean, if you're just looking at this, yeah, man. This gotta be A. You also see the crew after 3 chapters, which is cool as well. Then we have the next one, Loki of the Realm of the Dead. We have a conversation between Luffy and Loki. We see all of the animals. Luffy tries to attack Loki in his Gear 4 form because he was talking about Shanks, right? And they make this deal that because he's gonna tell him where Shanks is if he frees Loki. Road runs off, and Goldberg and Gerd has their ship as his Sunny. So the others run. We finally see Stanson and Hariden as well, and they have this big ass moose. And then we get Brooke cutting Robin's hair, and it is the pre-time skip look that Robin had, of course, with the hair in front, right? I think that at that moment it's just better as well, just because I mean you can see their chapter 1133 in itself I think is very good. Damn, that's difficult. I don't know. See, you gotta realize I don't want to just put everything at the top. Like, something gotta be lower, right? Man, but I just enjoy all these chapters too much, man. Like, I don't... probably... I don't know, that's difficult, man. I remember reading this, too. This is crazy. I put it top of B. Maybe a top of B or top of B. Top of B, definitely. Okay, moving on, we got 1132. Title is Adventure in Elbaf. Oh, I already know where this is gonna go. We start with Colin. and is in the bar that Shanks was at. And they're going up like a rainbow using these sunstones. I wonder if that's gonna be used, or if that's just a little cool little, world building bit. I'm not fussed over that. If it doesn't mean anything more, I mean, because I like the world building stuff. I love that. They finally beat Road with this tree, and Gordon Goldberg actually hits him as well. And we get this just magical double page spread where we see the Owl West or Quest Castle and the Western Village, I think. Damn, I gotta. We also get the thing from Louis Arnaud, right? This gotta be A. I'm sorry, that's A. Yup, that's A. If you don't agree, man, I mean, if you have an S, more power to you. But next one, man, I don't even need to recap this one. You already know. We start off with the Robin flashback. We meet up with the others. Yeah, this one's S. Easy. Next. I wish I was making videos from that, bro. That shit was so fire. Right, we got 1134. We get this. Oh yeah, the color spread for Frankie. Frankie's voice actor stepping down in the anime. Yeah. We get this pretty cute moment with Luffy, and he's like, "Oh, I really appreciate it. We're in your debt." He's talking to Saul, of course. And we see all the crew crying and all that. Oh, this is that controversial chapter, because you get the Vegapunk stuff of him being alive, right? We need to see more of that. When it comes to that, I wouldn't be mad if that Vegapunk has a different not personality but outlook on life, because the clone wouldn't have all the knowledge of this Vegapunk, even though it wasn't. No, I was like 20, right? 20 years in the past. So the Vegapunk would probably be different. So I wouldn't mind that. And if that's the case, I'm totally fine with it, because that's a new character. We also get the Kumu stuff of him being repaired, another controversial chapter. I mean, I'm not gonna base my rating off of that because we haven't really seen anything yet. We see the school and the children, and we see the owl library inside. Oh, yeah. This is with Gunko and Shamrock. I gotta. Oh, damn. These are hard to rank, bro. Cause like, damn. But I gotta think too. When I was reading it, that shit got A. Either it's B or A. B or A. I'ma put A. It might go down to B. I don't know. And I gotta say, even if I put something at D, I still enjoyed it. There's none of these chapters I didn't enjoy. We got the next chapter, 1135, Camaraderie Cups. You see Bibelot, the owl. I wonder what Oda's gonna do with that. And Colin actually starts to attack Luffy. That doesn't work. We get the outfits for all the other Straw Hats. And Gunko actually tries to get some information out of these giants. Doesn't work as well. Then we see Yarul again. Yeah, this is a B. I'll put it at B. I'll probably put it there. Yeah. I'll do that. Whatever. I see the next one. The Country That Awaits the Sun, chapter 1136. They're at this party and they're eating. Man, I really love these though, because there's so many cool character interactions between the crew, and that's what was really missing from Egghead. So I really love that we get more of that. We get how the interpretation of Nika is different from people, right? Or culture to culture. And we get this pretty interesting moment between Luffy and Zoro, and Nami hijacks them or tags along. We see Gunko's foot. Damn, yeah, this is a pretty good chapter. This is a pretty good chapter. That's low A, I think. Low A or top B. Next one is 1134, which Shamrock takes the stage, is the title of this. Oh yeah, this one is A. Yup, I ain't gonna talk about it. They're in the castle and we get the lore about the ancient giants. Gunko smacks Loki. We get a little bit of a Hydrogen flashback as well. We get to finally see a herald. Yeah, that's A. We get the awesome double page spread as well. This one, I'm skipping this one. Because you get the Shanks Cerberus stuff and the Harley stuff. That's S. That's S. That's S. That's S. Yup. That's S. That one, I don't want to hear anything about. That one is definitely S. Come on. To me, that's the most... I wouldn't say it's... At least the Harley moment is, I think, the peak of the arc so far. At least for me. For me, definitely the peak. Next one, we finally see Gabon. It is a very short chapter, only 12 or 13 pages. But the whole chapter builds up to Gabon. Not a lot happens, but that means... Damn. I'm running into this issue. Cause like, bro, I enjoy all these chapters, man. I don't know what to say. Like, Scopper Gabon, like that was a major moment. You know what I mean? I gotta do A. Maybe it goes to B. Maybe. I enjoyed it a lot though. Then we get the full one, 1140 Scopper Gabon. That's literally the title. We have them fighting a little bit. Luffy and Zoro get scared. Gabon gives up. And he says at the end of Elbaf, if everything is okay, come meet me. And the summons of the other ones. Yeah, that's A. It's a lot of A's. A lot of A's. 1141. The older women, which is obviously what Yodel talks about. They go away from the castle, everyone. We get some exposition about the greatest threat to Elbaf, which is fire and lightning. Obvious foreshadowing, if you tell me. Zoro and Luffy talk to Loki. Okay. This one, there's an awesome double page spread at the end as well. 1141. With him rising, you can see it right there. I need to go through the chapter again, bro. Like, it's probably a B, high B, I'd say. Once again, B is pretty B. Like, S is probably a 10 out of 10, or like 9 to 10. A is like 8.5 to 9, or 8 to 9. B is like 8. C is like 7, 7.5, you know, something like that. Then we got 1142, the things I find scary, okay. Saul, we see him use hockey, knocks out one of those dream monsters. We see all the teachers, or most of the teachers, in the school in Owl Library, and Loki hits the Yggdrasil, or whatever it's called, Adam tree, right? And we get these monsters. That's B, because they haven't really. They've been cool, but like I had an idea where to give each and every one of the Straw Hats moments. What if like Killingham brings out the worst fear of every one of them, and they have to internally, either internally or what's the opposite of internally? It's like outside, right? Fight these monsters, whatever it is. And then what if you get a cool moment with Sogeking, right? Not that he uses him because he's over that, but maybe we get the return of Sogeking in a finally like I don't know, because we didn't really get a closure of that. The last time he used it is in the Perona fight, so. But pretty good chapter. It ends on where you see all the monsters. It's an enjoyable chapter. I'll do B. Then you have 1143. Loki is knocked out by this point. Saul tries to help the kids, but the thorns makes it so he can't. The firefighters get smacked out of the air. And we get the actual powers of Summers, which is the thorn fruits. We get a lot of cool character moments with the actual Holy Knights to make you care about them. Like Gunko actually being happy and eating and listening to music, right? And they're all kind of just chilling, being goofy. But Loki falls down. And we get this very intense moment between Haryuden and Loki where he's thinking about heralds and how Loki beat him up and all that, and he's thinking about killing him because he has the axe and he's standing there and Loki just laying down with his head. Oh, that's B though. It's B. It's top of B. Top of B. I can't wait for the rest of the flashback. Then we have 1144, A Time for Warriors. Oh yeah, we see this like ancient, like lab, right? And that's where Bonnie and Lilith is as well. But a monster like a thunderstorm comes and Frankie has to fight him. All the villagers get attacked. Colin tries to go there. We see Saul trying to protect them, or trying to get them to move away from the branch, right? This is probably a C. I can't lie. This is a C. It's fine. It ends where you see Scopper and Dorian Broggy doing like an attack. Yeah, it's a fine chapter. I think it's a needed chapter. The lab stuff is the most important stuff, and the characterization for the Holy Knights, I would say. Next up, we have 1145. You can already see the rocks. The chapter is The Blaze in Branch 8's Forest number 2. Begins, we get Nash, Goldberg's shield, and Zoro and Sanji do like a combined attack to cut the head of this dinosaur, whatever it is. We get some cute moments between all of them. Some pretty needed moments as well, I think. We get the Jinbei firefighter stuff as well. I know a lot of people memed about that. It's B. It's B. Because it ends out with Gunko as well. And that's a pretty, like, you gotta remember though, when this happened, this was a pretty like significant moment. Gunko being right in front of them. Next up we have 1146. I mean, we get the beginnings of the Gunko Brook stuff. Because you can see with the paneling, Gunko says, "Did you just say human?" and it pans to Brook. That could have obviously been a gag because Brook is a skeleton, right? But he was a human. But it's right after each other. That's paneling one-on-one, and it's supposed to show us there's some connection between them. Most of the chapter is them fighting. We get a new move by Nami, Thunder Shark Tempo, where it's like a shark. Zeus turns into a shark. They try to fight her. It doesn't work, as we all know. They fall down. It's a B. It's a B. I like the chapter. I know a lot of people were clowning on the strides. Give it up, man. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, come on. Then we have 1147. I already know this one. This is going A. Yup. Yup. The things we find scary. And it's Robin. Oh, no. This is not this. Okay. We get even more of the Gunko book stuff. That's the highlight of this chapter. We get this funny moment between like the nightmare creatures, right? Jumping on the Viking ship, and we get the names of all the children to make you care for the children, because obviously we know what happens later. But we also at the end, it ends off with Robin and Gabon. Yeah, that one isn't A, it's B though. It's B. Yup, it's B. It's not bad at all. It's more of a chill chapter though, and it really hypes you up. I remember thinking, whoa, because the panel size is the same as well. Either way, next up we have 1148, titled Ronya. And that's this kid, this girl who is standing on this arrow, and Gunko is basically telling her to just stay there, because Summers is talking to Harold, well, not the Herald, to Yoru about the conditions, right? Or else this girl is gonna die. We get some fight between Robin and Summers. I love that as well. We get this beautiful moment with Ronja saying, I've always been lucky, I'm sure I'll be okay. And then it ends off with Gabon hitting Summers. That's the A. Yup. Yup, and I already know where the next one is going. Yup, that's an A. Then we have 1149. Fighting between Gabon and Summers. Gabon washes him. They set fire to the Owl Library. Ronya goes back. Gabon tries to fight Kunko, but it doesn't work because of Colin, unfortunately, right? I mean, he's 8 years old, you can't really blame him. I think the tension in this chapter is insane. I love the tension. And of course, the move will show the dominion of God. That's S. Oh, whoa. What was this at? This is a B. That's S. Yup. That's S. Easily S. Don't play. That's S. Yup. Next up, you have. I mean, it's just bangers. It's literally just bangers from here on out. You have Domi Reversi. You see this insane panel with Gunko and Imu in Gunko's body, and it's like this. Just like a Bleach character. I can't lie. Broggy loses his arm, and Broggy's arm is done. Like, it's not. He gets turned. It's not going to regenerate. It doesn't regenerate. It's just floating there. So his arm is gone. So, I mean, no, because you would think Dory's like leg or other arm would also get cut because of they're kind of like the same, right? But he's already in a state where he can regenerate. So I don't know. This one's A. Not quite S, but it's A. It's A. Then we have 1151. That's enough. I've got this. We get some more. We get how the powers actually work with the game board, right? Can't remember what the game is called, but there's like a specific game for it. We get the reveal of killing him, like how he actually looks. Might be a half fisherman, a quarter fisherman, a fisherman, whatever. But it's basically it's his hybrid form. The rest of the chapter is pretty okay. I'd put it at like, we get this cool chopper moment. I'll put it at A. It's low A though. It's low A, but I'll put it at A. Then we get 11:51. You see Harold, an awful day. This one's going straight to A. Straight to A. Did I move another one up, bro? Why does my mouse do this, man? Which one did I move up? I think I moved one up. Whatever, bro. Whatever, man. Someone tell me in the comments which one I moved. But the next one, get the Conqueror's hockey stuff with Zoro. That's interesting. You get some more tension between Loki and Harold. How do you do? My bad. Luffy saying, "Join my crew." Oh boy. We get the beginning of the flashback too. Oh boy. This one's an S. I can't lie, that's an S. Yup. I moved it up. It's an S. Ends on with, of course you can see there, because the Harold, young Harold. 11:53, the birth of Loki. You see, yo, this is so funny, bro. Look at, if you have the chapter up right now, look at little Broggy, bro. Why does he look like that? Why does he look like that? It's so funny. We get Harold meeting Ida. Harold changing his ways pretty fast, too, actually. It's pretty fast paced. We get his other wife, which is Estrid. I already forgot her name. Estrid. We get the horse, which later, of course, dies. Rest in peace. And then we get the, you know, the sight of Loki. His eyes and his... Oh, I forgot about that. Yo, this is A. This is very cool little part where the narrator talks about Loki, and he's like, when the prince of Elbaf stretched his arm into the air, no one was there to take those small hands in theirs. It is said that the most unfortunate souls are those rejected from birth by their own mother. And then you see Loki as a baby climbing up the tree after getting thrown down, right? Fire stuff. Definitely in A, for sure. Oh man, yeah, this is just banger. 11:54, I can't even die. You feel a lot of tension between everyone in Elbaf, even like all the villagers attacking each other. Harold finally seeing Loki, Estrid dying. Oh, we get the Galley Law stuff as well. Man, the rock stuff. Holy, where does this one go? Where does this one go? Top A, S minus. I don't... You see Big Mom again at the start. Oh la la, that shit is difficult to rank. Top of A, I think. Top of A, maybe A, S minus. Then you have 11:55. And this one is Loki meeting Rox. Rox using his move. Damn, bro. I'm sorry, but yo, I'm like looking at these chapters again. Yo, and this only happened like what, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, because of breaks. That insane moment between Emu and Rox. Rox having killed an admiral. Harold clashing with Loki, with Rox. Rox's bounty poster. The Davy back fight. Them making their way to Elbaf. We actually see all of their crew, or most of their crew, not all. We get his dream. We get the names. We get like Ochoku, Wang Zi, right? Loki getting inspired. Ah, that's A, that's A, that's A, that's A, not S, that's A. That should tell you though, because look at this, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them are an A, 1 of them is an S. That's all the flashback chapter. No, that's not all. Because you technically have a this. No, it is all. Yeah, crazy stuff, man. I don't know if I'll put this in S. I'm gonna be honest. This shit is difficult, bro. Like, try ranking this shit, man. It is difficult. It is super difficult, bro. I can't lie, I might put that in S, bro. Yeah. And we have the latest chapter. Ole. If any of you are still here, thank you, by the way. I know a lot of people don't watch YouTube videos until the end. If you're still there, comment down below. I'll heart your comment. Immediately, I'll heart your comments. Thank you so much. The chapter title is Idols. Man, you get Gloriosa, you get Shaki, you get Roger and Garp. What the hell? You get them clashing. You get more Elbaf with Ida. What? This is peak stuff right here, bro. That's S. You know what though? No. You know what? What the hell did I just do? Don't do that. You know what? You know what? S plus add a row above. Yeah, because I'll put this here. I'll put this here. I think that. Yup. I think that's valid right there. Do you guys agree? Or disagree? I don't know. I think this is pretty good, huh? See this right here? The top one is 1138, 1149, 1155. Oh, wait. Hold up. S plus right there. S 1133, 1152, and 1156. And you got all the other ones. Thank you to this guy for making the template. I added this in, of course, but yeah. Either way, thank you so much for watching until the end. Thank you. I know this is a very long video, 45 minutes. God damn. Either way, thank you. Have a great day. Also, I'm going to be making one more video this week, probably, and it'll probably be out on Sunday. Probably Sunday or Monday. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below, like, subscribe. You know what to do. Have a great day. Have an awesome day. And bye.